we're going to warm up that tell me about yourself question, because whether you are in an interview or whether you are meeting people at some type of networking function, at some type of professional conference, at some type of CEO summit or something like that, that often they're going to say something about tell me about yourself. Now, I get to have a real life example because my son Tom works for NASA and is competing for a very high level position in Houston with Johnson Space Center and with the Artemis program. So we actually brainstormed his interview yesterday. And of course, we were brainstorming, how can you have a 60-second answer to that question, tell me about yourself? I'm going to suggest that you have 5 bullets. One bullet is your childhood up until college. One bullet is your college career or your major, your specialization, and then just 3 bullets about your career. And if you're saying, Sam, I've been in 10 companies, I've been in 5 different industries, I've been in geographic locations, I can't get it down to like just the 3. Yeah, you can. And here's the reason, is because when we give a short answer, we're reading their body language and we can tell if they want to know more. But now they're in control. They may go, well, tell me more about what you studied in college, or they, no, tell me more about that pharma job, or tell me more about that organization that you had a nice turnover in terms of launching that initiative. So see, now they're asking questions about what they want to know more about. Once again, they're directing the interview. You are in dialogue with them. So let me give you an idea of how this looks. First, Tom said, well, I was raised in Hawaii. I said, no, Tom, you were fortunate to be raised in Hawaii. The first words out of your mouth are something warm and positive and likable. I was fortunate. Do you see how just the word, I was fortunate to be raised in a small town. I grew up on a horse, that's where I got my confidence. I was fortunate to grow up in Boston, and yay, yay, Red Sox or something. So the first thing out of your mouth is likable. And here's the reason. Barbara Kingsolver just won a Pulitzer Prize, has a postcard, a note, index card taped above her computer. And you know what it says? Will the reader turn the page? Before you go to an important event where you're going to be meeting people, and if you're currently in a senior position, these could be partners, could be people for your board, could be people on your C-suite team or something. If you're looking for a job, they could be potential employers. They could be someone who really likes and respects you and recommends you, go to bat for you, champions you, etc. It is that the first 60 seconds out of your mouth, if we say something like, I was fortunate to do this, it's like, I will always be grateful for that mentor. If we say, I really appreciated, the insight there, what we're doing is the index card you put by your laptop before an important conversation is, will they like me? And if you're thinking, gosh darn it, I wish it were about my credentials. I wish it was about what I've achieved. I wish it was about the results I delivered. That is all important. However, I'm going to tell you something with permission from Tom. Tom is technically brilliant. Everyone around him understands that he gets the job done. He knows what he's doing. You have a question, you ask Tom, you're going to find out and you're going to be smarter. However, he has not gotten a few positions because while he's a 10 on tech, he is a 6 on social skills. He is a 6 on his warmth and personality. He's a left brainer. So boy, does he impress him with his credentials and with his results and his technical knowledge. But as you know, at a very, very senior position, it's like, will the team like him? Will the team respect him? Will the team feel seen and heard? Is this someone I would like to work for? Is this someone my company is going to like and respect and want to work with and for? So I'll give you a quick example, and then it's time for the next thing, is that in that conversation, we talked about using words like fortunate. We talked about using words like appreciate, a positive influence. You know, I was fortunate to have a mentor who was such a positive influence on me. And at one point, Tom used two negative words. I said, we're going to reframe those words. Because as you know, in a negotiation, we never introduce a negative because it's often the thread that sticks out of the carpet and it's what they remember about us. So at one point, Tom left NASA and took a job with Sierra Nevada up. And he said, so I left NASA. I said, no, 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 no. You don't say I left NASA. You say I had a career opportunity in Boulder and I was at a career crossroads. And I had a mentor who once told me, you know, if you're ever at a crossroads and you need to make a decision and you can't choose between the options, take the bolder of the options. So guess what Tom said? He said, so I was at the career crossroads and I took the bolder of the options. It's a little story, it's humor, it's true, and it sure beats saying I left NASA, which is like, oh, if he left NASA before, he's going to leave NASA again. Don't want to plant that negative seed. So look through how you talk about your past and your job experience and your senior level credentials. And is there a thread sticking out of the carpet that they are going to worry about or be concerned about or tag you with? How can that be reframed in a way that is true and that positions you in a favorable light? So that's what they remember instead of I left NASA.